At first, the brightest thing in this painting seems obvious. A man in a white shirt, arms thrown open in the dark. But look again. He is not simply standing in the light. He is being created by it. His body forms the shape of a cross. His face is turned toward the guns, and his hands seem to ask the question Goya never answers. Are we looking at a criminal, a martyr, or a human being turned into an icon at the exact moment power tries to erase him? The 3rd of May, 1808 looks direct, almost brutally simple. On the right, a line of soldiers leans forward as one mechanical body. On the left, men wait in fear, prayer, shock, and resistance. Between them sits a lantern, low to the ground, throwing a hard, unnatural light across the scene. And in the center of that light stands the man in white. He has no name. He holds no weapon. Yet everything in the painting bends toward him. This white shirt is the mystery. Goya could have dressed his central figure in dark colors, making him disappear into the group. Instead, he makes him glow. The white cloth catches the lantern like a signal flare. His yellow trousers add warmth, almost life, in a painting built from mud, smoke, and night. The result is strange. The man looks both completely ordinary and almost sacred. Not because he is powerful, but because he is exposed. The historical background is the French occupation of Spain. On the 2nd of May, 1808, people in Madrid rose against Napoleon's troops. The next day, many were punished in executions around the city. Goya painted this scene later, in 1814, after the war had turned memory into politics. So this is not a neutral report. It is a reconstruction, a public image of trauma, painted after the event, but designed to feel immediate, as if the lantern has just been lit. And here, the painting becomes more dangerous. The man's open arms echo the pose of Christ on the cross. Some viewers even notice small dark marks on his palms and interpret them as a reference to stigmata. But that is an interpretation, not a proven label. Goya never gives us a halo, angels, or divine rescue. He borrows the shape of martyrdom, then removes the miracle. The man is Christ-like, but painfully human. His face is not peaceful. This matters. Traditional martyrs often look upward, already half beyond the world. Goya's man looks forward. His mouth is open. His body is tense. He is not floating above fear. He is inside it. That is what makes the white shirt so unsettling. It does not make him superhuman. It makes his terror visible. Goya turns the language of holiness into the language of witnessing. The lantern is the second half of the clue. In older religious paintings, light often comes from heaven, from saints, from a sacred source. Here, the light comes from a box on the ground. It is practical, cold, almost bureaucratic. It does not save the man. It makes the killing visible. That is why the white shirt feels so important. It is not only illuminated, it is evidence. The painting itself becomes a witness. Notice how little individuality Goya gives to the men opposite him. We see backs, hats, legs, repeated shapes. They are not portraits. They are a system. Against that system, the white shirt becomes almost absurdly personal. One man, one face, one pair of hands, one body under the light. This contrast is the emotional engine of the painting. Goya is not asking us to admire a battle. He is forcing us to recognize a person. There is another layer. This painting had a political purpose. It belonged to a pair with the 2nd of May, 1808, the scene of uprising. Together, they turned the people of Madrid into a national memory. One version sees the man in white as patriotic propaganda, the innocent Spaniard murdered by an occupying army. But another interpretation goes deeper. Goya had also made the disasters of war, images where violence is not glorious at all. In that reading, the man is not only Spanish, he is any civilian caught inside history. Even the location is uncertain. The scene has often been connected with Príncipe Pío, but researchers have also proposed other places around Madrid, and maybe that uncertainty matters. Goya gives us enough architecture to feel the city nearby, but not enough to turn the painting into a map. The background becomes a silent witness. The real place is the circle of light around the white shirt. So the question remains, why did Goya make this man shine? Perhaps because he wanted a hero. Perhaps because he wanted a martyr. Or perhaps because he understood something darker, that in moments like this, light does not always mean hope. Sometimes light is what prevents the world from looking away. The white shirt does not save the man. It saves his memory, and now the mystery is ours. When you look at him, do you see a saint, a symbol, or just a person whom history almost erased?